Hello everybody, my name's Terry O'Neill and I'm the District Commissioner for Rosyth Scouts. Welcome to my back garden where we're going to kick off things for the virtual jamboree for the Homeboree being hosted by Rosyth Scouts. You're all very welcome to be joining in with us in this campfire that either you're going to be playing at the same time, or because we've got this uploaded on our YouTube channel, Rosyth Scouts, you'll be able to play at a time that kind of suits you, or be able to kind of play it back, or maybe take part as often as you like. I thought what we would do is we would include a few stories and a few of my favourite songs, but what I've done is I've invited people to be able to contribute their own favourite songs, and what we're going to be doing is going out and visiting people in their houses, their back gardens, and singing the songs that they want to contribute towards a virtual campfire. I thought what we would do though is we would start with the story about the chicken that visited the library. I don't know if you've heard this one or not, but here goes. There was a chicken who went to the library, and he went up to the librarian and stood patiently waiting for her attention, and when she noticed that he was there, he said, "Book, book, book, book," and the librarian looked a little bit oddly at him but gave him a pile of books, and the chicken left happily and went on his merry way. The next day the chicken brought back the books to the library, handed them over and said, "Book, book, book, book." The librarian, curious as to what the chicken had done with all of the books already, but she took them back and she gave him a new pile of books, and the chicken went on his merry way. The next day the chicken came back, handed over the books and said, "Book, book, book, book." The librarian thought, what can this chicken be doing with all of those books? But she took the books back, gave him another pile of books, and then thought, I'm going to follow him. I want to know what he's doing with those books. So she did just that. As the chicken left the librarian followed him. They went down the street. They went through the park, and she saw the chicken going into a set of bushes. So the librarian went over as quietly as she could, and she peered round the bushes, and she saw the chicken giving the books to a frog. She got a little bit closer, just in time to hear the frog say, "Read it, read it, read it, read it." And that's the story for me. So anyway, the first song that we're going to go off to is to Peter Saunders, who's going to sing us his favourite song. So here is Peter.
So this is one of my favourite campfire songs. It's Johnny Was a Paratrooper in the RAF. If you don't already know it, it's really repetitive, it's really easy, you'll pick it up really quickly. Johnny was a paratrooper in the RAF. Johnny was a paratrooper in the RAF. Johnny was a paratrooper in the RAF, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your knickers and you don't know how to fly. Woo! Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more. He jumped from 20,000 feet without a parachute. He jumped from 20,000 feet without a parachute. He jumped from 20,000 feet without a parachute, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your knickers and you don't know how to fly. Woo! Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. He landed on the runway like a blob of strawberry jam. He landed on the runway like a blob of strawberry jam. He landed on the runway like a blob of strawberry jam, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your knickers and you don't know how to fly. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more. They put him in a matchbox and they sent him home to mum. They put him in a matchbox and they sent him home to mum. They put him in a matchbox and they sent him home to mum, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your knickers and you don't know how to fly. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more. They put him on the mantelpiece for everyone to see. They put him on the mantelpiece for everyone to see. They put him on the mantelpiece for everyone to see, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your knickers and you don't know how to fly. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die and you ain't gonna jump no more. They served him up in crumpets when the vicar came to tea. They served him up in crumpets when the vicar came to tea. They served him up in crumpets when the vicar came to tea and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your knickers and you don't know how to fly. Woo! Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die and he ain't gonna jump no more.
Thanks very much for that, Peter. That was really, really good. So I was thinking about what songs I would contribute towards this, and most of the songs that other people are doing are action songs or involving instruments. So I thought, when I was younger, there was quite a few songs that I always used to come back from camps and I'd find myself humming the tune or singing the song for days and weeks afterwards, and I just couldn't get the songs out of my head. So I started thinking about some of those songs and thought maybe I would add those to this virtual campfire. So the first one, that some of you may still sing now, but maybe perhaps you don't, was Molly Malone. And Molly Malone came from Dublin. And it always resonated with me, with my family, my heritage being from Ireland. That song about Molly from Dublin always seemed to make sense. So here it is. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before, and they each wheeled their barrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. But her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you don't have that song or the tune stuck in your head for too much longer. Perhaps by heading out to the Broadbent family, who are going to be singing the Froggy song, the tune Molly Malone will be struck from your mind, and you'll maybe have that one stuck in your head instead. So here we are, the Broadbent family.
This is a repeat after me song.
This is a repeat after me song.
Dog,
Dog,
dog, cat,
dog, cat,
dog, cat, bird,
dog, cat, bird.
froggy,
Froggy!
It's a bitsy teeny weeny little greeny froggy.
It's a bitsy teeny weeny little greeny froggy.
Jump high, catch a fly, cute little froggy.
Jump high, catch a fly, cute little froggy.
A jump, froggy.
A jump, little froggy.
Ribbit, ribbit, crake, ribbit, crake, ribbit, ribbit, crake.
Ribbit, ribbit, crake, ribbit, crake, ribbit, ribbit, crake.
Now this time let's do it a wee bit faster. Dog,
Dog,
dog, cat,
Dog, cat.
dog, cat, bird,
dog, cat, bird.
froggy.
Froggy!
It's a bitsy teeny weeny little greeny froggy.
It's a bitsy teeny weeny little greeny froggy.
Jump high, catch a fly, cute little froggy.
Jump high, catch a fly, cute little froggy.
A jump, little froggy.
A jump, little froggy.
Ribbit, ribbit, crake, ribbit, crake, ribbit, ribbit, crake.
Ribbit, ribbit, crake, ribbit, crake, ribbit, ribbit, crake. Hey!
Yay.
Well done to the Broadbent family. Wasn't that just brilliant hearing the Froggy song? Well done, boys. So for the eagle-eyed of you, you'll notice that I've moved in the garden, over by the garden shed. And for those of us leaders in the Scouts, we know that our garden sheds, much like our cupboards and our attics, are like our quartermaster stores, where we keep our sleeping bags and tents and hiking boots and so on. So I thought it was a great place to sit to sing another of my favourite songs, The Quartermaster Store. So here goes. There was snakes, as big as garden rakes, in the store.
There were snakes as big as garden rakes in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. There was chips as big as battleships in the store.
There were chips as big as battleships in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. There was mice hiding in the rice in the store.
There was mice hiding in the rice in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. There was beans as big as submarines in the store. There
was beans as big as submarines in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. There was gravy, enough to float the navy in the store.
There was gravy enough to float the navy in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. There was peas with kilts and hairy knees in the store.
There was peas with kilts and hairy knees in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. There was rolls instead of tent poles in the store.
There was rolls instead of tent poles in the quartermaster store.
Behind the door. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. So that's all of the verses that we're going to do for the quartermaster store tonight. But if you've got any verses that you like yourself, then why not add them to the comments in the chat for this virtual campfire, and we can maybe add them into a future campfire for you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head off to Claire Fernie, who up in Kelty is going to be singing in the rain. Hopefully not in the actual rain though. Here we go, Claire.
Hi there, I'm Claire, I'm ADC for Cubs for Rosyth District. So the first song I'm going to be singing for Homeboree is Singing in the Rain. Okay. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out, elbows in. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out, elbows in, thumbs up. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out, elbows in, thumbs up, knees bent. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out, elbows in, thumbs up, knees bent, bums out. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, and happy again. Arms out, elbows in, thumbs up, knees bent, bums out, chests out. Ouch, cha, ouch, cha, ouch, cha, cha. Ouch, cha, ouch, cha, ouch, cha, cha. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out, elbows in, thumbs up, knees bent, bums out, chests out, tongue down. Out the da, out the da, out the da da. Out the da, out the da, out the da da.
Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah, ha. Ooh, yeah. Oh, okay, hang on. Well, didn't mean for you to catch me copying in the song there, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? Thanks very much for that, Claire. That was great. I do love singing in the rain and taking part in all of the actions, even if we do look a little bit silly when we do so. So the next song that we're going to go over to is the Gwyn Hughes family, who are going to sing, and she'll play an instrument, I Would Walk 500 Miles, which you might recognise as a Proclaimers song, and perhaps is nothing more than an aspiration for us right now. I think 500 miles is probably a little bit further than we can get for our one period of daily exercise. But you never know, if we add them all together, maybe over the period of this lockdown, we can do 500 miles. Anyway, here's the Gwyn Hughes family with I Would Walk 500 Miles. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Rusty, and this is Haley, who's a scout, and Bryn, who's a beaver, and we're from the 48th Dalgety Bay. And we've got a little song, and we're going to start it now, aren't we? We ready?
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. When I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. When I heaver, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's savouring to you. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da la da,
Da da
da la da,
da da.
da la da la 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 la. Da la da,
Da da
da la da,
da da.
da la da la 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 la.
And again. Da da
Da la da,
da da.
da la da.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Thank you.
So folks, wasn't that a great rendition of 500 miles by the Proclaimers, or as we know them, the Hughes Jones family down in Dalgety Bay. Talking about 500 miles, have you heard of the Scout initiative to walk the equivalent distance to the moon? That's something that we're hoping to do our little bit during this pandemic. So if every one of you can walk just 1 mile, then all of the Scouts that we have in the UK would actually be able to walk the equivalent distance to the moon and back. So the idea is, in your house or in your garden if you have one, walk a mile and then donate some money to the cause, which is going to get split 50-50 between Comic Relief and Children in Need. So have a look for it. It's called Scouts Walk to the Moon, and hopefully we can all do our little bit for it. But anyway, I thought it was time just to maybe have a little campfire story. So the one that I'm going to talk about this time is about the frogs. Maybe it's the same frog that I spoke about earlier on. But there were two frogs that were sitting on a lily pad, and as they were sitting on the lily pad, a fly came along, and the first frog put out his tongue and ate the fly. He thought this was really quite funny. Then later on, another fly came along, and the second frog put out his tongue and he ate the fly. And both frogs, they were in stitches. They were having so much fun. As the day went along, they ate so many flies that they were doubled up with laughter. So funny did they find it. Later on that day, another frog came along and he said to them, he said, "Listen guys, what is it that's so funny?" And the first frog said, "Time." The third frog said, "What's so funny about time?" "Well, time's fun when having flies." And on that note, here we're going to go off and we're going to have another song, this time by the Sussex Family, singing a version of Beaver Scouts and We Will Rock You.
I'm a little beaver, short and stout.
I'm a little beaver, short and stout.
Here is my tail and here is my snout.
Here is my tail.
When you pull my tail, you'll hear me shout.
When you hear me shout.
I'm a little beaver, cut that out.
I'm a little beaver, cut that out.
Singing, we will chomp you. We will chomp you. I'm a little beaver, short and stout.
I'm a little beaver, short and stout.
Here is my tail and here is my snout.
Here's my tail and here is my snout.
If you pull my tail, you'll hear me shout.
If you pull my tail, you'll hear me shout.
I'm a little beaver, cut that out.
I'm a little beaver, cut that
Singing,
out.
we will chomp you.
Chomp.
We will chomp you.
it.
I'm a little beaver, short and stout.
I'm a little beaver, short and stout.
Here is my tail and here is my snout.
Here is my tail and here is my snout.
When you pull my tail, you'll hear me shout.
When you pull my tail, you'll hear my snout.
I'm a little beaver, cut that out.
I'm a little beaver, cut that out.
Singing, we will chomp you. We will chomp you.
Well done to the Sussex Family, that was brilliant. That's not a version of I'm a Little Beaver that I've ever heard, certainly not to the tune of We Will Rock You. Now this is obviously the magic thing about being able to have a virtual campfire at our Homeboree, is that we're able to do them from our own houses, our own flats, our own back gardens. We're able to do them indoors and outdoors, and obviously as you'll see, we've been able to kind of go from perfect daylight, as I'm sitting here on the edge of the trampoline in my back garden, to late evening in the Sussex Family garden, and they have a real fire going on in their little pit that they've got in their back garden. Equally, we can jump from Rosyth Scouts district to another district as well. So we've got Gregor Hamilton, who is a guest from elsewhere in Scotland, who is going to contribute a song called the Banana Song. So here it is. Gregor, take it away.
Hello, I'm Gregor Hamilton from First and Third Look. This is a repeat after me song. What is this? Tarzan was swinging on a rubber band, and Tarzan got hit by a frying pan. Now Tarzan has tan. I said I hope it don't peel. I said I hope it don't peel like a banana. Now Jane was cruising in our airplane, and Jane got hit by a hurricane. Now Jane has a pain, and Tarzan has a tan. I said I hope it don't peel. I said I hope it don't peel like a banana. Now Cheetah was jumping to the beat, and Cheetah got stepped on by a hyena. Now Cheetah is Rivita, and Jane has pain, and Tarzan has tan. I said I hope it don't peel. I said I hope it don't peel like a banana. Now Monkey so funky. A monkey got kicked by a donkey. Now monkey ain't so funky. And cheetah is Rivita. And Jane has pain. And Tarzan has tan. I said I hope it don't peel. I said I hope it don't peel. Like a banana. Now Sabu was swimming through the ocean blue. And Samu got hit by a big canoe. Now Samu's gonna sue. A monkey is so funky. And cheetah is Rivita. And Jane has pain. And Tarzan has tan. I said I hope it don't peel. I said I hope it don't peel. Oh, I said I hope it don't peel. Like a banana. Hope you enjoyed it, guys.
Thanks, Gregor. That was another great song to add to the virtual campfire that we've got. I've got to be honest, when I heard that it was the banana song, I was sure it's going to be something about peel, banana, peel, peel, banana. But actually, I was quite surprised to find out that it was something completely different. Great, thank you very much for that. Now, there was one of the other songs I had on my list as one of my favourite songs that I was certainly going to include in my efforts. But someone else who can definitely sing better than me is going to take it away. So Peter Saunders, we're going to go back to you with your second song of the virtual campfire, and it's called The Rattling Bog. Ray Row, The Rattling Bog. Here it is.
So this is an Irish folk song called Rattling Bog. It's a cumulative song. If you don't already know it, you'll get to know it as we sing it. Your job is to try and keep up. My job is to try and get it right. Here we go. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in that valley, yo. In that bog there was a tree, a rear tree, a rattling tree. Tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in that valley, yo. And in that tree there was a branch, a rear branch, a rattling branch. Branch in the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in that valley, yo. And on that branch there was a limb, a rear limb, a rattling limb. Limb in the branch, and the branch in the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in that valley, yo. And on that limb there was a twig, a rear twig, a rattling twig. Twig and a limb, and the limb and the branch, and the branch and the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. And on that twig there was a nest, a rear nest, a rattling nest. Nest and a twig, and the twig and a limb and the branch, and the branch and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. And in that nest there was a bird, a rear bird, a rattling bird. Bird and nest and a twig, and the twig and a limb and the branch, and the branch and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. And on that bird there was a wing, a rear wing, a rattling wing. Wing in the bird and the nest on the twig, and the twig on the limb and the branch and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. And on that wing there was a flea. A rear flea, a rattling flea. The flea on the wing, and the wing, and the bird, and the nest, and twig, and twig, and limb, the branch, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo. Rear bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, yo.
There was a flea and a wing and a bird and an egg and a nest and a leaf and a leaf and a twig and a twig and a branch and a branch and a limb and a limb and a tree and a bog down in the valley. Oh, nailed it. Well done for that, Peter. That was great. I said one of my favourite songs and one that I always sung over and over again when I was younger and coming back from Scout camp. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Ian Stevenson in his back garden, and we're miraculously going to go back to dusk, and he's going to be singing the Pizza Hut song. So here it is, Ian, take it away.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'm from the 48th Fife Donna Bristol Scouts, and today we're going to sing a Pizza Hut. So a Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Ford Escort, a mini, and a Ford Escort, a Ford Escort, a mini, and a Ford Escort, Ferrari, mini, and a Ford Escort, Ferrari, mini, and a Ford Escort, jumbo jet, a helicopter and a jumbo jet, a helicopter and a jumbo jet, a rocket, a helicopter and a jumbo jet, a rocket, a helicopter and a jumbo jet. Action man, a Barbie doll and an action man, a Barbie doll, an action man, transformer, a Barbie doll and an action man, transformer, Barbie doll and an action man. I think that'll do. So hope you're enjoying your camp. Bye bye.
Thanks for that, Ian. Now, if everyone else is as tired as I was just watching that effort of the Pizza Hut song, then perhaps we need something just a little bit more relaxing. So I've taken a seat back over, and I thought what we would do now is a sort of a repeat after me song, but also one that requires a little bit of memory, or at least at a normal campfire. And if you were just listening to what I said, you would have to remember it and recite it after me, although I'm going to make it a little bit easier, and when we repeat it, I'm actually going to give you the words in print so that you can say them along, and hopefully memorise this one for a future campfire. So it starts off as one fat hen. So here we go. One fat hen. A couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares. 5 fat ferocious felines. 6 simple salmon cells sold in Siam. 7 silly sailors sniffing snuff by the seashore. 8 evil elves eating eggs every Easter. 9 nimble nurses nibbling nachos in the night. 10 teeny terrapins teaching turtles to be terrorists. And if you were to put that all together, what you would have is 1 fat hen, a couple of ducks, 3 baby brown bears, 4 rabbit running hares, 5 fat ferocious felines, 6 simple salmon cells sold in Siam, 7 silly sailors sniffing stuff by the seashore, 8 evil elves eating eggs every Easter, 9 nimble nurses nibbling nachos in the night, and 10 teeny terrapins teaching turtles to be terrorists. Anyone fancy giving that one a go? Didn't think so. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next song, which is going to be the Pirate Ship by Steve Wally. So here it is.
Hi, we're 48.5 Dargate Bay Scout Group. Welcome Scout leaders, I'm Steve, this is Andrea, and this is our Scout Finley.
Hello.
And today we're going to sing to you the pirate song.
When I was 1, I just begun the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and backwards across the Irish Sea. I bought a rum to fill my tum and that's the life for me. When I was 2, I buckled my shoe the day I went to sea.
I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 3, I skinned my knee the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 4, I slammed the door the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 5, I fell alive the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 6, I picked up 6 the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 7, I went to heaven the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 8, I closed the gate the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 9, I told the time the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. When I was 10,
I did it all again.
the day I went to sea. We jumped aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forward and back, across the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my time, and that's the life for me. Hey.
Thanks very much for that, Steve. Another one of my very enjoyable songs, The Pirate Ship. I think, like everyone else, very much look forward to the days when we're allowed to travel again, whether it be across the Irish Sea, whether it be on a pirate ship, or whether it be any other method of travel in any other place that we can go. We're going to go over now to, I think, what might be our last song of the virtual campfire, and it's going to be Martin Docherty, who's going to take us out with Boom Chicka Boom. So another action song, and one to end us on a high. So here it is, Martin, take it away.
Hi, hope you've enjoyed Homeboree thus far. I'm Martin Docherty. I'm a leader with the 48th Fife. I help with the Friday Cubs and the Friday Scouts, and I've been asked to sing you a wee song tonight, so welcome to our campfire here in the back garden. I hope you're all staying home and staying safe, and you've had a good time today. Now, this is an easy one. It's a repeat after me, so I want to hear you all singing really loudly. Hopefully you know it, and it goes a bit like this. I said a boom, chicka boom.
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 I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
One more time.
One more time.
This time we're gonna sing it really quiet. I said a boom, chicka boom.
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 I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
One more time.
One more time.
This time.
This time.
We're gonna sing it janitor style. I said a broom, chicka broom.
I said a broom, chicka broom.
I said a broom, chicka moppa, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
I said a broom, chicka moppa, chicka broom.
That's right.
That's right.
One more time.
One more time.
This time we're gonna sing it underwater style.
This time we're gonna sing it underwater style.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
I said a boom,
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
One more time.
One more time.
This time we're gonna sing it really loud.
This time we're gonna sing it really loud.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
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 I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
One more time.
One more time.
This time we're gonna sing it on the toilet style.
This time we're gonna sing it on the toilet style.
Chicka boom.
I said a boom, 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 chicka rocka, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
That's right.
That's right.
One more time.
One more time.
This time we're gonna sing it Elvis style.
This time we're gonna sing it Elvis style.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka boom, oh yeah.
I said a boom, chicka boom, oh yeah.
I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No more time.
No more time.
Thanks very much, Martin, for giving us that last song, A Boom Chicka Boom. That was the last contribution that we've got from elsewhere. We're going to have one more song, which will be BP Spirit, and we'll sing that at the end of this campfire. And as we're singing that song, we're going to fade out to the campfire burning that you saw at the start of the virtual campfire, and we can reflect on those words of that song as we're looking at the fire burning. But just before we go on to that song, I really just wanted to kind of wrap up, I suppose, the trend of the stories that I was saying earlier on. Obviously, we started off introducing the frog, and then the frogs that were eating the flies, and while eating the flies, they were having fun. Of course, time is fun when you're having flies. But of course, time is a really important thing, and I wanted us to kind of reflect on that as we came to the end of the campfire. Time, I think, is more valuable than money, and we do live in a society that appreciates money, but time is something that we're given every day. I think if you were given £86,400 every single day, you would feel quite wealthy, you would feel quite well off. You might know what to do with that money, and you might not know what to do with the money. But if I said to you that that money, when it gets to the end of the day, disappears from your bank account, there will be no money left in your bank account at the end of the day. Though the next morning, of course, that money would be topped back up again with another £86,400. Now, if you knew that that money was going to be taken out at the end of the day, what would you do with it? Of course, you would draw it all down. You would spend every penny of it, most likely anyway. Perhaps you would give some to family, perhaps you would give some to charity, but you would certainly probably do something with that money, knowing that it was going to go. Well, you do have 86,400 every day. It's not money, it's seconds. 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and 60 seconds in a minute is 86,400 seconds. And I think at the moment, with the circumstance that we find ourselves in, many of us working from home, many of us having to work extra hard in order to be able to continue doing the jobs that we have, many of us having to be at school at home and do our lessons in a very different way, have maybe a different appreciation of time. What is it that you're doing with that time? Are you making the most of that time? Are you doing everything that you can to appreciate the value of that time? Spending it with your family, learning new things, doing jobs that perhaps you've been putting off forever. Well, perhaps it's time now just to think a little bit better about time. And of course, as Scouts, we make the most of our time. Time is precious to us, and it features in one of our Scout laws. A Scout makes good use of time and is careful of possessions and property. So I'll leave you with that as we move into the last song, which is going to be BP Spirit. And so we're going to go out to singing it with the campfire burning. It has been a real pleasure to be able to put this campfire together for us. I hope you've enjoyed it, and of course we will see you again in the morning. We do have a few other things this evening. We've still got the story time with the amazing Simon Lamb, which you're able to play as you get comfortable and ready for bed tonight. So look forward to that one. And then tomorrow we're back up again. We're going to have eggy bread together. We're going to have a video that's going to show us the best way to be able to put eggy bears together with the fantastic David Kennedy, a chef who's also one of our Group Scout leaders up at our Cowdenbeath Scout group. So we've got that to look forward to. But here we're going to go out with BP Spirit. The words to the BP Spirit song are, we've got the BP Spirit here on our heads, deep in our heart, all round our feet, and it's all over us. And of course, as you're singing the verses to the song, as we go along with the burning campfire, please remember to point to your head, into your heart, all around your feet, and all over us. Reflect on the campfire burning as it goes out, relax, have a good night's sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. I've got that BP spirit right in my head, right in my head, right in my head. I've got that BP spirit right in my head, and it's right in my head to stay. I've got that BP spirit deep in my heart, deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I've got that BP spirit deep in my heart, and it's deep in my heart to stay. I've got that BP spirit all round my feet, all round my feet, all round my feet. I've got that BP spirit all round my feet, and it's all round my feet to stay. I've got that BP spirit right in my head, deep in my heart, all round my feet. I've got that BP spirit all over me, and it's all over me to stay.